Hello babes, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about how to choose the best carbohydrates for your weight loss journey. Now, don't get me wrong, there's no food you have to completely cut out. I've never been one to give my clients a do or do not eat list or tell them that they can never eat a certain food when it comes to losing weight. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't more nutritious choices that are going to help you on your journey more than others. So before we get into the tips themselves, if you're new around here, hi, my name is DiBiasi. I'm a registered dietitian and low-carb weight loss expert, and I help women lose weight with a low-carb approach. So I know what I'm talking about here with this stuff. Let's get into the video. Okay, so my first tip is gonna be to choose more whole food carbohydrates as opposed to packaged and processed foods. A whole food carb is something that you can find in nature, right? It has one ingredient. It's an apple, a pear, a potato, rice, beans. The list goes on. Something that comes in a package or a box and has a longer ingredient list is going to be a processed food. The reason that we want to choose these whole food carbohydrates more than the processed foods is because they're in their natural state and they're going to be more nutrient dense because of that. They have more fiber, water volume, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. So think about it this way, when we have a packaged food that's more broken down, it's actually easier to overeat because of that, because of the impact it has on our blood sugar. When we're eating more whole foods that have more water and fiber volume, they're going to keep us full longer and they're just going to be better for our overall health. You can totally eat those packaged and processed foods. Trust me, I eat them all the time, but 80-90% of the time we want to try focusing on those whole food sources. Tip number 2 is going to be to ideally choose food sources that are higher in fiber. The more fiber a food has, the more full it's going to keep you. And in addition to that, fiber can help regulate blood sugar and cholesterol levels as well as improve digestion, which is going to just make you healthier and improve your overall health and energy on your weight loss journey. So for example, I have this Banza pasta here. This is a bean-based pasta that is higher in fiber and protein. For 2 ounces, the total carbohydrates is 32 grams, the fiber is 8 grams, and the protein is 14 grams, whereas I just pulled up Barilla pasta here online for the rigatoni. For 2 ounces, it's 42 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and 7 grams of protein. So the bean-based pasta has double the amount of protein, more than double the amount of fiber, and less total carbohydrates. That's going to be a better option for most of the time. Now, not to say you can't have regular pasta. My clients do all the time. You still want to portion it, and if you could more often choose the one that's higher in fiber and protein, it's going to keep you full longer, and it's going to help regulate your blood sugar control, which is super important for weight loss as well. So if you are looking at carb products that are in a package, let's say you're comparing crackers or cereals or breads, try and choose the one that is higher in fiber, and that's going to be better for your weight loss journey. Tip number 3 is really knowing your trigger carbs and keeping them out of sight, out of mind. For example, a lot of people find it hard to control themselves with big bags of popcorn or chips, stuff like that. And if that is you and you feel like you can't just have one and you just wind up eating the whole bag, it's not your fault. They have the perfect combination of sugar, salt, and fat to make you want more, basically. So it's really not anyone's fault when that happens. So knowing yourself and what foods you find you're always overeating is really important. So trying to either not have them in the house, or, I mean, Dale buys these. I can at this point be around basically anything and feel in control and fine, but in the beginning of your journey, that's harder to do, and you're already making so many decisions with your food choices that it's just easier not to have to make that decision. What you can also do is put things in either an opaque container, or this we even keep in a really high closet that, like, I don't really ever go in, so I forget that it's there, honestly. That way I'm not thinking about it and it's not sitting out there staring at me at the face. Another thing you can do is buy individual portions. I know that this isn't necessarily the best for the environment, it's more plastic, but honestly, we have to also think about our health too and what you're putting in your body, and that's important too. And if you really want this type of food, but you don't want to feel like you're overeating it, and having a portion size bag helps you, then I think it's a good idea. This one, for example, is 1 serving for the bag. So once you're done with the bag, you're good to go. And a lot of us feel like we want to complete something as well, so it's helpful for that. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you're interested in learning more about my low carb approach, check out the link in the description below this video that takes you to my free workshop on how to follow my method to lose weight with low carb. And I'll see you babes in the next video.